Oh boy. Alright, so Super Saiyan Bardock, a unit. A couple months ago, he was easily like my second most wanted Zenkai unit behind 18. I mean, I'm still happy he's getting Zenkai'd, but, Legends isn't exactly in a spot where, you can just Zenkai any unit you want and use any team you want. You kind of have to focus on teams nowadays. But he's getting Zenkai'd. Let's just get this over with. I'm probably not going to Zenkai him. I said if the unit did not have an android or female warrior tag, I would not summon for it, and I think that's going to be the same for Zenkai's. I'll probably do Zenkai 1 just so that I have the Zenkai 1 unit. Most Zenkai 1 units are still usable. There's a few like Vegeta that, completely worthless, but for the most part, if they're done well, even a Zenkai 1 unit is still useful. So if I ever feel like running a Super Saiyan team, I have the option. So I'll probably do Zenkai 1 and make a video on him. But in terms of going past that, I don't know. And hell, I honestly have to see what his abilities are. If his changed Uniques 1 and 2, if those haven't been updated enough, I may not even do that. Like, I really do need to just start saving crystals and focusing on teams because, like I said, Legends is not fair for free-to-play players if you don't just focus on one team, 1 to 2 teams, and just, do stuff like that. So, in terms of actually making a video on him and doing all that, don't expect anything. I don't know if it's going to happen. I'm happy he's getting Zenkai'd. I made a Zenkai concept on him. From what it looks like, this is gonna be nothing like my concept because I wanted him to go the more support route, and it seems they're trying to do the more Vegito Blue route, so that's fun. They act like they say to end battles fast at the end right there, and I'm just like, when I read that, I was just like, ending battles fast isn't already a thing? Like, what? Like, what do you mean? What do you mean end battles fast? That's already a thing. Battles tend to not last more than 40 counts because everyone in the game has card draw speed or ridiculous damage or both. So I don't really know what's going on there, but let's hop on over to Legends real quick. I've got the Super Saiyan tag up, so he's likely going to be buffing Blue Super Saiyan. So you've got this Gohan here. He'll be getting Zenkai buffed. You've got this blue Fistku. He'll be getting Zenkai buffed. And then this Vegeta before he transforms. After he transforms, he'll lose that Super Saiyan tag and he'll no longer be getting the buffs. So, and Blue Broly. So the Zenkai Broly can now get double Zenkai buffed. He's getting his own Zenkai and Super Saiyan Bardock's. And if you wanted to run a, blue purple team, you could do that as well. So, what the hell is he supposed to be boosting? Like, the only units that he can boost are a transforming unit that will lose the buffs when he transforms, a very, very old unit that probably needs a Zenkai himself, and a unit that's already Zenkai'd and Broly, another really old unit that again needs a Zenkai himself, and then an extreme unit that is so old and so useless that even the Zenkai 7 buffs probably won't help him. So what exactly is Bardock meant to boost here? Like, usually it's the same problem that I had with 18. It's like, what the hell is 18 actually buffing? In terms of her Zenkai ability, the only usable unit that can benefit from her buffs is Yellow Cell. So it's like the Zenkai abilities used to be really cool. Red Saiyan will always be good. Red Hybrid Saiyan, good. The Super Saiyan tag as a whole just isn't large enough. Every Super Saiyan unit here, well, almost all of them, are over a year old, some over 2. The newest unit of this tag is Rage Trunks. And I think you've got this guy, but again, once he transforms, no longer Super Saiyan 1. So it's just like, I don't know. I don't think now was the time to Zenkai him. I think they should have released more Super Saiyan units before they Zenkai'd this guy. Now, maybe this is leading up to some Super Saiyan units. Maybe they wanted to Zenkai the Bardock to get you hype for the Super Saiyan units, to make you actually summon for them. Because, you know, with Zenkai Bardock, if they release Super Saiyan units afterwards, it gives people a reason to summon for them. Maybe that's what they're going for. But I don't know. You guys can tell me if you think it's better for them to release the units first and then the Zenkai, or do the Zenkai first and then release the units for that team. I'm on the fence, truthfully. I think it is a good idea to do, you know, the Zenkai first, but I also feel like it would make more sense to bring out the units first. I don't know. We can debate about that in the comments, but yeah. In terms of his Zenkai ability, it's pretty useless. No one really is going to be getting buffed from it. And in terms of his team, what is the Super Saiyan team right now? Him, Rage Trunks, and Super Kaioken Goku? Maybe? He's decent. Like, they're just, this tag doesn't really exist anymore. That's the problem with it. They didn't take care of the tag, like, at all. So it's I don't know how you're gonna use Bardock. I feel like what you need to do is, if you want to run Super Saiyans, Zenkai Bardock, but know that you're probably not gonna use him for a few months until they either Zenkai more Super Saiyan units or they release more Super Saiyan units, ones that buff the damn tag too. Like, out of the Super Saiyan units, here's only like 3 of these guys that actually buff Super Saiyans. Super Vegeta buffs Super Saiyans. Is there anyone else here that actually buffs the Super Saiyan tag? I don't think there is. I think it's just Bardock and Super Vegeta. I think those are the only 2 units in the game that buff Super Saiyan. Now, yeah, normal Saiyan buffers are fine too, but, like, wow. I don't know. And in terms of blue, let's see. I guess it works in terms of the meta. In terms, if we're talking about the meta, it works, I guess. Zenkai Gohan, LF Gohan's running amok. He's red. This guy's blue. So in terms of the meta, it makes sense, I suppose. But I feel like there could have been a better option, you know? Let's go ahead and do this. No preference. Let's just do blue. Who here could use a Zenkai? I think the reason they did Bardock and not a normal Saiyan was because they'd have to Zenkai buff blue Saiyans, and then that Zenkai buffs this fucker, so. But let's see. What tag hasn't gotten a Zenkai recently? I'm trying to look at the Sparkings. I could look at the Extremes, but not gonna lie. I would actually Zenkai more of the Extreme units than I would the Sparkings. Like, Ribrianne could use one, but females technically didn't get one. 18 buffs androids, but Kaioken Goku needs it, but again, we don't need this one getting Zenkai buffed. Krillin could use it. I actually really wouldn't mind having Krillin be Zenkai buffed to make Super Warriors a better team. This guy needs one, but again, we don't need this fucker being Zenkai buffed. Frieza Force, maybe. This guy could do Frieza Force. He's not, like, terrible, but he's definitely not that good. You know, I feel like there could have been a better blue option. And there's more established teams that deserve one. I feel like with Bardock, his team just doesn't really exist. Half of the Super Saiyan team doesn't even buff. Well, actually, only 2 members of the Super Saiyan team buff Super Saiyans. One of them is unusable because Super Vegeta he's bad. He's just bad. He's only bench because he does, like, blast attack and critical for Super Saiyans. So he's a good bench, but you'll never use him in the actual match So like your yellow unit's always either going to be Rage Trunks or EX Broly, neither of which buff Saiyans, let alone Super Saiyans. And then your green will likely be Super Kaioken Goku, who buffs Sun Family. Your purple might be Super Vegito, who buffs Fusion Warriors, or LF Goten, who buffs Sun Family. You know, Broly's not good anymore. As much as people want to put him in videos and use, 14-star Broly's still good, even at 14 stars, he can't take a hit to save his life. So, like, you literally don't even have, if you don't have an LF, you don't even have a purple unit for this team. Like, yeah, you could use this Extreme Goku. He's pretty good if you have him. This Extreme Trunks, he's pretty good if you have him. But again, what does this Goku boost? What do you even boost? You do purple. I think he does like what, purple and red? So he's not buffing anyone. The Trunks buffs Vegeta Family and hybrids, right? You buff Vegeta Family and hybrids? Yeah. So he'll buff Rage Trunks. It's just, I don't know. This team doesn't really exist. There's no reason for Bardock to be Zenkai'd right now because his team doesn't exist. At the end of the day, if you run Super Saiyans with Zenkai Bardock, you need to have him at Zenkai 7 because he's going to be doing all of the work. No one on the team will contribute anything unless you have the most optimal team possible, which would be Rage Trunks and Super Kaioken Goku. But again, neither of them are buffing anyone on the team except themselves. So let me know what you guys think about Bardock. I don't know if I like it. I don't know if now was the right time. Truthfully, I'm not so sure if now was the right time. I think they should have at least introduced a couple Super Saiyan units before, like actual Super Saiyan buffers before we got Bardock Zenkai. At least androids got the transforming cell before 18 was Zenkai. Yeah, it was like 1 week beforehand, but at the end of the day, they at least got a new buffer before that point. And even before then, androids wasn't a dead team. It just wasn't a popular team. The team wasn't completely dead. You could realistically run androids even before 18 and Cell. Again, it wasn't the most optimal team in the world. There were definitely other teams. It wasn't top 5 or anything, but it was usable. Super Saiyans, they're not really usable. There's no team there. The only Super Saiyan team you can use they're all units that don't buff anyone on the team. Again, like, I'm just repeating myself at this point. Let me know what you guys think about Bardock. I'm not that big a fan, if I'm being honest with you. I don't know if I'm going to Zenkai him, as I said before, because I need to focus on teams here. So we'll have to see how good he looks at Zenkai 1, and that'll determine whether I get him to Zenkai 1. But I can almost guarantee you I won't be getting him to Zenkai 3 or 7 or what have you. Or what have you. So I'm going to get out of here. If you agreed with anything I said in this video, do make sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already. And I will see all of you inmates back here at the asylum for the next video. Peace.